for being here today. As Shay said, my name is Flipper. I'm Afrikaans, so I'm going to freaking mix my language. So my name is Lezanne. I've been with doTERRA now for almost 4.5 years, but it feels like forever. And I don't know, and I don't mean that forever in a negative thingamajig. I mean it's like how, like Bailey said it, Lebu said it, Shay said it. What did we do with our lives, our health, before we had doTERRA in our lives? Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit to you about the business in doTERRA. So now you're all going to be like, I know that there was like a freaking catch-22 in this whole thing coming here. But I want to share my story with you. And then I think it's going to be much more relatable to each and every single one of you. So I am a beauty therapist, and this beautiful woman sitting here, Ermelinda, I still call her Juffrou today, Juffrou, like a teacher, because she was my lecturer at Isaac Carstens when I studied in Stellenbosch. So I studied beauty therapy. I absolutely loved studying it. And there we actually also did advanced aromatherapy. So the oils has been a part of our lives for a very long time. But obviously, I didn't know that essential oils will become part of my life again after, I think it's about 20 years later. Okay, so when one of my friends in Heidelberg, Gauteng, phoned me, she said to me, there's a little girl, or there's a girl that's going to phone you, her name is Christine, and she's going to, she just wants your details, and she wants to ask if you are maybe interested in listening about doTERRA essential oils. I was like, oh, I'm so freaking blessed. Can you please get a life? Like, really? Okay? What do you want to tell me about essential oils? So anyway, so at that stage in my life, I was extremely busy. We just moved to Heidelberg from Kathu in the Northern Cape. Yeah, so now I'm back in the Western Cape, not back, I studied obviously here, and then the beginning of the year I moved to Oudtshoorn. So that's where for those of you who don't know, that is like the ostrich capital of the world. And then everyone asked me, why in the world Oudtshoorn? I don't know, ask the dear Lord above, why he placed me here, but obviously now I'm in Oudtshoorn. So I studied beauty therapy. After my studies, I went and worked on that huge, massive cruise liners for about 4.5 years. And there I was introduced to another company, essential oil company, called amidst. And we did intense treatments with essential oils. Okay, I refused to do those treatments because, first of all, either I got a massive freaking headache, or I was nauseous, okay, or I felt like there was like 20 trains, or in that case, ships running across and over me. So I just absolutely refused. Why? Why did I feel like that? Exactly. Did I know that by that time? No, I didn't. So I might say a few things that you guys will feel, I feel a little bit like this lady's like really like talking into my soul, okay? We did exactly the same. I also burned my essential oils in an essential oil burner. I'm so sorry for my clients for all those years back, because they would get up after a facial or a body massage or whatever, and they'll be like, my freaking head is so sore, or my nose is like blocked, and like, oh, that's probably the headband. No, it was the bloody adulterated essential oils that we were using and burning. So we're really creative. Everything is about education. Okay, so then I received my top 10 oils. Okay, they are a little bit different than those packs out there. I received my oils in April 2020. So I thought to myself, oh no, wait, let me first tell you this. So Christine contacted me, we talked, and there was a stage where I was like, can this lady please just stop irritating me with this essential oils, okay? And I was really like, just stop phoning me. And then, what happened in April 2020? For the first time in my life, and I'm going to go back a little bit in time now and forward, and so keep concentrating, but luckily you had lemon, and you had peppermint, and you had collagen, so you guys, your brain health is now in excellent condition. So Christine then said, and I said to her, okay, you know what, now I do have time. For the first time in my life, at that stage, oh, I forgot to actually say, and they are the most important, I'm a single mom of 3 boys, a full-time business. We have a guest house in Kathu in the Northern Cape. At that stage, I was a national trainer as well for another company. So I was traveling extensively between Kathu in the Northern Cape, Free State, Bloemfontein, Joburg. So it was really hectic. And then obviously, when it was lockdown, I was like, now I finally have time. So what I did, because I'm very OCD, what I did is I was like, okay, it doesn't matter what you tell me about doTERRA, I want to figure it out for myself. I want to do my own research. Oh, I wasted so much time. So for all of you sitting here and thinking, oh, you know what, I think I'm still gonna like Google doTERRA and I'm gonna Google this. Please don't do it, because you're really just gonna waste your time. But I did it. So I had like these big, massive pages in front of me, and I took 3 companies in South Africa. Okay? It doesn't help me doing research on a company that's not available in South Africa. And I didn't know anything about doTERRA. Honestly, nothing. And I sat there and I started researching about this company, and now I'm not going to tell you the names. And I was doing research about this company and doTERRA completely, all the time, just ticked the boxes. And then I decided, okay, Shana, no, I'm going to get my home essentials kit with my top 10 oils. And then my essential oils took 6 weeks to arrive from Joburg to Kathu in the Northern Cape. And it wasn't doTERRA's fault. It was freaking all the regulations that we had in place with COVID. So anyway, long story short, my top 10 oils arrived, and then Christine and Lezanne all said to me, okay, but Lezanne, now you must start inviting people. You must start sharing the oils. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't even know this top 10 oils that I have in my little box. What the freak are they doing? So, and I was so like, what's the word now in English? I didn't want to share it with anyone. I didn't want to share it with only my boys got to use the oils, and they were like, Mom, freaking stay away from us with these essential oils because they stink. We don't want to use them. I'm not going to open your mouth if we put on some on board because it is freaking COVID. And that's how we started. That's really how we started. And today, I actually just want to go over to this now. Okay, so this is our family. And unfortunately, one of our boys couldn't be on the photo, but these are my 2 boys. Okay, they are big grown men now, almost. And anyway, and they started with their essential oils, now being 20 and 14, and the middle one is now in matric. And they will not use anything else than doTERRA. My eldest one phoned me yesterday, and I said to him, well, sorry, my boy, I'm driving down to Cape Town. I can't send you any oils now. He says he has the best what's the word for in English?
Fever blister.
Best fever blister mix in the whole entire world. And I'm not allowed to share it with anyone because they have to buy the oils from him then. And the youngest one has the best pimple mix in the whole world, according to him. But anyway, so I received these boxes of my oils, started sharing it with my friends eventually. Okay, and it's like Eddie Villa said, he's also a presidential diamond, I think, in the USA, if I'm not correct. Who of you went to convention last year? Okay. Eddie Villa shocked me when he said these words. And then I realized why doTERRA came over my path. How dare we not share these oils with people that need it? Okay, now you can ask, okay, Lezanne, and your point is, okay, let's go back to April 2012. And this is honestly what happened to me. So unfortunately, we were in a very, very bad car accident. And for those who do not believe me, you can come and have a look a little bit closer. I had about 64 stitches across my head. So we were in a head-on collision. Not really like a head-on collision, but the one, I almost said a bad word. But this person, okay, this person made a U-turn like right in front of us, and we hit him from the side. Luckily, I was the only one that got hurt in the accident. or that's what I thought. So I had all these stitches, and obviously I had very, very bad, like collision, or what do you call it? Concussion, thank you very much. And then my blue eyes went away, and the swelling went away, and then everything was fine. And about 6 months after the car accident, I would literally pick up my phone or something very, very light. This is maybe a little bit too light. And I would pick it up, and the next moment my arms would just drop. I got like pins and needles in my feet. My headaches got more intense, more regular. Headaches wasn't headaches anymore. Headaches was migraines. My spasms went from normal spasms to spasms where I literally had to go to the physiotherapist every 10 days. I had to go on traction. I had to go for needles. So I was addicted to pain medicine at that stage of my life. And I always say, and I know I'm going to sound a little crazy, but I always say, we never, ever, ever walk into a pharmacy and go like, hello, my name is Lizzie, and I really want to get addicted to pain medication. Do we? No. But there's something that happens in our life that we just cannot help about what is going on inside our body. So I was taking about 8 phase or schedule 6 pain medication a day. That wasn't enough anymore, so I used to take tryptoline every single night before I went to bed. I know it sounds like, what the freak was on, but that was my life. Okay, if the tryptoline didn't work anymore, I had to go, I was taking sleeping tablets, I was taking antidepressants because I got divorced, thank goodness, in 2013. So there was just so much that was going on in my life at that stage. And the doctor, then obviously with all the pins and needles that I had on my hands and whatever, he said to me, well, you know what, Lezanne, Lizzie, this will be your life for the rest of your life. I was 32 years old, okay? So how in the world can you tell someone at the age of 32, little Jonathan was 3 years old at that stage, I'm going to be a single mom, I'm going to be like this for the rest of my life. So luckily I got an operation. Now everything is going to be sorted, okay? No, it wasn't. It was just worse. My headaches got so bad, my spasms got so bad that I would literally, this is really going to seem insane, I would literally go and stand against the wall like this. I'm not going to do it now, okay? And I would literally hit my head against the wall as hard as I could, because that impact of the pain was better than the pain and the migraines and everything that I had to go through. Okay, so that was my life for 8 years until doTERRA came into my life. Okay, so what happened then is obviously I knew about the oils, but I didn't want to use them really, and no, because I didn't believe in them wholeheartedly, completely. Oh, I forgot my love of my life in my handbag. Marissa, my deep blue asseblief. In my answer. Okay. Love of my life, you will never, ever, ever, ever be without a deep blue again. And luckily you guys can get it. Is it yours?
Mine also, always in my handbag.
Exactly. Okay, so then it looks a little bit different. Okay, between April 2020, August 2020, Deep Blue Rub arrived in South Africa. Okay, and I absolutely loved the smell of Deep Blue. So at that stage, we were in Katu in the Northern Cape, and I'm just going to put this thing in the Jeep down. We were in the Northern Cape in Katu, and I was sitting in front of my computer, working, doing the guest house, all the reservations and the admin and blah, 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 blah. And I was sitting there, and I just loved the freaking smell of Deep Blue. So I was rubbing it behind my neck every day, and then in the afternoons, in the evenings, just because I absolutely loved the smell. And why? Why did I love the smell?
You need your body.
My body needed it, okay? Which I didn't know, because I thought was, okay, but I'm going to live like this forever, okay? Who wants to live forever when you feel like that? So anyway, started using the Deep Blue, and then it took about a day or two, and I realized, okay, but I'm not using so much pain medication anymore. Okay, but I'm waking up in the mornings and my headaches are not so intense anymore. Oh, but now suddenly my headaches doesn't turn into migraines anymore. And that's where I decided, don't do this, okay, but I'm a very, like, as I said before, OCD person, and I decided, okay, if Deep Blue can do this, then what can Zenjes do? What can lemon do? What can peppermint do? And I decided, cold turkey now. For the next freaking, doesn't matter how long, I decided cold turkey, no more tryptoline, no more antidepressants. Please don't do that. Please listen to your doctor as well, okay? But I knew that it was over-the-counter medicine. And I really wanted to see what these oils will do in my life. So, it's been more than 4.5 years since I last used a Panado, anything for my stomach. So I have completely been off any medication for the last 4.5 years. So that is when I realized, like Irivera said, how dare, and I've got goosebumps now, you all, how dare I not share my testimony with someone? And then I realized, okay, and it's not that I want to use doTERRA and I want to use my testimony to make money, but as a single mom, and I promise you, you guys don't have to put up your hands if you don't want to, but being a single mom, having a full-time job, and then bringing something else into your life is like not made for everyone, okay? But for me, it's about these people. Okay, obviously, as I said before, my middle son is not here, but that's my mom and my dad, okay, and my eldest son Brian and my youngest one Jonathan. And this is my reason. Now I'm gonna cry. My mom, she just turned 68 this year. 6 years ago, she was diagnosed with severe RA, rheumatoid arthritis, okay? And she was one of those people, and we were actually just, where's Robin? Talking about that downstairs with Candace and Dunay. Your family are the most freaking difficult people ever. Who can vouch for that? Freaking. Why won't they just not listen to us? Because we know what we're talking about, eh? So my mom, so when doTERRA came into my life, I'm like, Mom, listen. And hers rheumatoid arthritis was tested or diagnosed 6 years ago, and it was really, really severe. So that was another reason why I started using the oils, because I wanted to prevent, exactly like Baby said, I wanted to get a longer, healthier health span, because if I'm going to die tomorrow, I'm going to die. But I want to do it playing golf with my grandchildren. I want to have a healthy life. I don't want to freaking lie in a bed and feel sorry for myself like I did before doTERRA. Okay, so anything, my mom, she literally, me and my sister had to drove from Heidelberg in Gauteng to Kathu, which is 6 hours drive. So we're going to pick her up in the hospital during COVID, because she didn't want to, she really nearly died because of all the anti-inflammatory medication, all the pain medication, everything that she needed to take for RA. So about 3.5 months ago, my mom went for a checkup, okay, and the tests came all back, no sign of RA in my mother's body. Yeah. So that's also sometimes happens. So when I talk about this and talking about the business, a lot of people think that, oh man, it's difficult. We're not now going to get like an hour to do this business. What do we do when there's a new store that opens in our city or in our town? You freaking tell everyone, okay? If you like skinnering or gossiping, okay, then did you hear? Shh, don't tell anyone, promise. Please promise you won't tell anyone. But we are so afraid to share these beautiful oils with people that we know. And actually, and I know this is our 5th year celebration, and we need to do this more in the Western Cape and KZN and all these other provinces, né? But next time, there should be 1,200 people here. Because if we can share these oils with 10 people every single day, okay? For me, and I know this sounds very, very weird, but I want to leave a legacy for my kids. How am I doing with time? Because I like talking. Okay, this is what I want to end off. So this is my family, and we are a freaking busy bunch, like they used to say at the Brady Bunch. A lot of time people will tell or say to me, Lizzie, you know what? I do not know if I can do this business. Because you can do this and you're on stage. Please don't be like me. I think the world literally only needs one Lezanne, okay? But the world do need my brother. The world do need my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, my sister, my mom and dad. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to take my team. I've got almost 1,000 people in my organization, and I wanted to place their faces just above every single person, but then I was scared that they're going to be mad at me for, I don't want to be like your mom, I want to be like your dad, or I want to be like your sister-in-law. So this picture for me is such an amazing way to show doTERRA business. You get your very, very serious people, okay? You get your little ones that will just stand there behind the leader and go like, okay, what now? Okay? You will get like a me. Come on, let's just do this. Get on here. Then you'll get the other ones who, okay, I'm going to freaking strangle you if you don't listen to what I'm doing. Or I'm going to strangle you. Oh no, stop that. Don't do that. And that is what we need to do in just not the business in doTERRA, but also in who we are as a person, who we are as a leader, who we are as a mom, as a wife. We really need to go and pick out who in this family or who in this team can you relate to. I know that you don't know my family. I know that you don't understand what their personalities are or whatever. But you will find someone in your close community or friendship or church or wherever you are, school, that's really just going to relate. I actually want to use Jolene as an example. 3 months ago we were here, sorry, I'm not putting you on the spot. 3 months ago I was here and we did our event here in Cape Town, and she said to me, no, I'm not contacting people there up in the city that she used to live in. No, they will definitely not do doTERRA. Who's here today? Someone in that exact same city. So we tend to many, many, many times judge a book by its cover, okay? But we never know. If I didn't start using the essential oils, if I didn't get this most amazing, you guys are more than welcome to use my testimony. But if I didn't start using the oils, Darlene didn't share it with Christine. Christine didn't share it with me. I didn't share it with Ermeline, okay? Almost 12 people that's here today would not have been here because we started sharing the oils. And then sometimes always people will say, it's difficult. No, it's not difficult. Open your mouth and start speaking about the wonders of essential oils. And the only way that we can do this is if we use our essential oils. So it needs to become part of your daily lifestyle every single day. So what I want to close off with is, why do you want to do this? At this stage now, my brother and his family, my sister, or my brother-in-law and his family, my sister, they all freaking immigrated out of South Africa. Yes. So, yeah, it was not nice. It was really bad. All the little ones, you name it. So I'm the only one left here in South Africa, not that I'm mine. But now I want to do two things. Obviously, I want to travel as much as possible to go and see my sister in Dubai and my brother and them in Darwin, Australia. I want to show my children the world, but most importantly, for me, is I want to help people to get there as well. Okay? Because without my team or people that I want to help to get to financial freedom or time freedom, okay? And it's like, who said that? Bailey also said that. I want to make money while I'm sleeping. If I travel to Dubai, which is luckily only 2 hours ahead of South Africa, Darwin is 7.5 hours ahead of South Africa. When I then sleep, I really want to know that I'm building a business strong enough so that I can go overseas. It's self-sustainable, everyone can do exactly as they please, and they will be fine. Okay, and then the last thing, which for me is the most important, we also spoke about this. Your family will really sometimes, or close friends, will be very, very difficult to convinced about the essential oils, all about doTERRA, okay? You know what? They are not the only people on planet Earth. Freak it. We haven't even scratched the surface of what we can do in South Africa with doTERRA. I'm not talking even about Namibia. I know how many parcels goes out to Namibia every month. It's a small amount. What about the people in Botswana? Why are we not sharing these amazing oils with friends and family and colleagues that live across Africa? And then the last thing for me is, if your family does not want to get involved, okay? And I'm not just talking about the business, I'm really talking about the essential oils as well. Get the little ones involved. Because the little ones, you will leave a legacy for them behind. And I can promise you, when I still used to live in Heidelberg, my sister, her 2 little kids came to live with me, they went out on a date night or whatever, and they will be like, Sissa, they all call me Sissa, in Afrikaans, or English it means like sister. They will be like, Sissa, where's your oils? And I'll be like, you know which ones? Yes, we know, we're not allowed to touch oregano. No, you're not allowed to touch oregano, and we're not allowed to drink that little one with the child safety cap. Yes, the blue. They would sit there, they would unpack all my oils, and they will taste every single one that they could. And then they always used to say to my sister, Mom, sorry, if we don't get Sissa's oils, then it's not going to work. And that was the most amazing. So with my boys as well, I know that, hopefully not soon, really, Brian's only 20, but let's say in the next 5 or 10 years, I will be a grandmother. Can you imagine the impact that me and my boys will have on their children by bringing the essential oils into their lives? Okay, so that is my story. I'm now going to invite 2 awesome ladies to the stage. Shannon